Good morning. We're in Psalm 49 this morning, and we've come back on the topic of riches again and who we store them up for. But I'm going to read pretty much from verse 6 to the end. And this is interesting, this little dissertation from the Psalm 4, the sons of Korah. So maybe written by David. But regardless, it's just some interesting thoughts, and let's just read it together. Psalm 49:6. They that trust in their wealth and boast themselves in the multitude of their riches, none of them can by any means redeem his brother, nor give to God a ransom for him. For the redemption of their soul is precious, and it ceaseth forever, that he should still live forever and not see corruption. For he that seeth that wise men die, likewise the fool and the brutish person perish, and leave their wealth to others. Their inward thought is, this is what they think inwardly, that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Doesn't sound like us at all, does it? The Bible's so out of date. Nevertheless, man being in honour abideth not, he is like the beasts that perish. This their way is their folly, yet their posterity approve their sayings. Selah. Like sheep they are laid in the grave, death shall feed on them. That's what I like to remind people when they're been to the gym and looking at themselves. So just remind them, worm food. What you're looking at is worm food. Death shall feed on them, and the upright shall have dominion over them in the morning. And their beauty shall consume in the grave from their dwelling. But God will redeem my soul from the power of the grave, for he shall receive me. Selah. Amen. God will redeem my soul from the power of the grave. Verse 16, be that not thou afraid when one is made rich, when the glory of his house is increased. For when he dieth, he shall carry nothing away. His glory shall not descend after him. Descend, going down. You just go alone into the grave. Though while he lived, he blessed his soul, and men will praise thee when thou doest well to thyself. He shall go to the generation of his fathers, they shall never see light. Man that is in honour and understandeth not is like the beasts that perish. Amen. I'm not going to give too much commentary on that. That's an interesting few verses to ponder on, especially to us Westerners that live in such wealth. This is the one that really stood out to me. How our motivation, our thoughts towards all this junk we fill our lives with. Their inward thought is, what are you thinking about the big house you got, or the boat, or the car, or all the different junk you got? What's your inward thought about all this stuff? You think you're going to have it forever? The inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. No, you're going to end up being worm food in the ground unless the rapture happens. Death shall feed on you. See, we better live for something a bit greater than some tangible, temporal things that are seen. Actually, I'm only at 3 minutes, so last night in our Bible study, I'll just quickly go to 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and finish with this thought. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. Amen. Live for those things. God bless you.